Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 5 minutes past the hour on this 13th day of August. It is Work It Out Wednesday. Family, how y'all doing? How y'all doing on this Work It Out Wednesday? All I can say is, family, we're going to get in and we're going to get out. So I'm going to quickly do this because I got folks that got things to do. They taking care of business early in the morning. I ain't mad at them because, man, let me tell you something. This is the early morning. Get up, wake up, wake up. Get how yesterday went. Day, a new day. I always come in here and I'm never in here by myself, though she can only be here for a little while. Y'all put your hands together for the queen, pimping positivity herself. She in the building, family. You see her right there. Y'all give it up for none other than Miss Alethea Crimmins. How you doing, Alethea?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Getting ready for school. Have to go prep my classroom and things of that nature.
The
So, yeah.
teacher has arrived. Teacher has arrived. Teacher is in the building. So look, as you know, school is back in session. 7 minutes past the hour. So today, if today is your special day, your birthday, your anniversary, are you celebrating it in any shape, form, or fashion? I'm ringing the bell. This is for every school teacher that is getting ready to get back in that classroom and get them kiddies prepared for life. Family, remember, school zones are back in effect. Please drive safely. Hate to hear about
Please.
any accident involving a child because some of y'all just don't be paying attention. And in the great state of Louisiana, like there is in other states, you best
Can hear you. Yes. So listen, yes, y'all, please. School zones are in effect. Y'all, please stop driving like y'all crazy in these people's school zone and watch for the school buses. If that sign comes out, that means stop on both sides. Okay. Both sides, y'all need to stop because y'all don't know where them children going. But yes, Joe is having some technical difficulties, but he will be back in the studio in just a little bit. Good morning. How y'all doing? Y'all have another day. Listen, what I want y'all to do right now, forget about what happened yesterday. Forget about what happened last week. I need you to put your right hand on your chest right now. Put your right hand on your chest. You feel what's beating? It is your heart. That means that you have another chance at life. You have another day to create the day that you want, to create the life that you want. We're not going to worry about what didn't happen. We are going to worry about what you will make happen today. So, what choice are you going to make today to create the day that you want? As long as every day that you wake up, you feel this, you have another chance. You have another day to create that moment that you want. And we are not going to allow anybody to take our joy from us today. We are not going to allow anybody to take our peace from us today. The key word is allow. A lot of times I hear people say, oh, they made me mad. They made me act this way. They made me do. They didn't make you do anything. That's something that you allowed to happen. They didn't make you upset. You allowed them to get under your skin and make you upset. You are not going to allow anybody to ruin your day because your day belongs to you. The power is in your hands. The question is, what are you going to do with that power that has been bestowed upon you? That is the question. Good morning, Willie Pickens. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Joe is having some technical difficulties. I don't know who is in the green room, but right now, in this moment, you are getting Alethea. And Brother Bowtie, what's going on this morning?
Good morning. I'm allowed to say that you got a beautiful accent.
Yep.
You know I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Tell your wife I'll be flirting. But I read
Listen, hey,
I read an article last year that said Miami people have the best accent, and I ain't saying whether or not it's true or not, but I just love the accent from people from New Orleans. And
for real.
yours sound even more better. Like your peach impediment make it sound so unique and different. Oh my
Everybody
God, it's
be
just
saying like, everybody be like, "Oh, your little study is so cute," and
man,
I'm just
oh my
like,
God, it sounds
"Okay."
so unique and different. It's like you have your own language.
I've heard that a lot too. I've
Yeah,
heard
but
that a
it
lot
sounds
too.
good though, baby. It sounds real good. But how's everything going with you this morning?
Everything is good. I'm getting ready to get back in my classroom. I have started a new, well, not new in endeavor, but I had stopped um teaching for about 2 years. And when you're called to do something, you just call to to do it.
Hmm.
And I have a love of children. I love to be in the classroom. And so when the opportunity came, I was like, okay, all right, let me get back in there. So yep, going back into the classroom to
What grade?
teach these children pre-K.
Okay,
Pre
that's what's up.
pre-K is my joy. I don't think I can do these older children because they have attitudes, and so do I.
Yeah, for sure you're gonna be in
So
jail.
they have attitudes, and so do I. So I cannot teach anything above pre-K because go call your mama. Call
Hmm.
call her. Call her. I
Joe
got a
keep
mama
having
too.
Joe keep having technical difficulties, but the only good thing about Joe, the show must go on. Every time he have a technical difficulty, he adds somebody else to it, and he
That
calm
that
it.
that hey, that's what I do. Guess who's Bizak? And speaking about guess who's Bizak, you see him. Yeah, we got Alethea getting ready to go teach school. We got Brother Bowtie, who's clean as the board of health every morning. But last but not least, reading is fundamental since we talking about school. Sean P is in the building. Sean P, what's
What's
happening, my
good,
brother?
Sean?
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, my lovely family? How y'all doing? Good morning, man. It is the month of August, so we know it is Black August, right? Black August, talking about our political prisoners and things of that nature. I have this book called All Things Censored with a foreword by Alice Walker by Momir Abdul Jamal
Mm,
with 13 brand new essays. He is a current political prisoner. He's been in jail long as I've been alive. In the
Mm.
Whoa.
1980s, he's been in jail, political prisoner, a part of the MOVE organization, the MOVE bombing in
Yeah,
Philadelphia. I think it was the
Philadelphia.
second
Yeah,
time the U.S. dropped a bomb on its own citizens. First time being Black Wall Street. Second time in the 80s in Philadelphia, MOVE bombing. He's a part of that. So free Mumia.
Well,
yeah. I'm very
well,
familiar with
since
that history and that story. Very familiar with it. Yeah, and they only drop bombs on black cities in the United States.
So they drop bombs on Black cities. They want to send the National Guard to the Black cities,
Hmm.
which is the worst thing ever, huh, Joe? We the worst thing ever.
man,
Yeah.
I am convinced, and y'all remember this on the 13th day of August at 14 minutes after the year. I am convinced that Donald J. Trump, who is the president of the United States right now, will figure out a way to do something, to have something heinously happen. I'm telling you, just like in the letter in the movie V, he is not getting out of office next election. Listen, if Donald Trump gets out of office next election, it will amaze me. I will be amazed because I just see the writing on the wall where now you're moving the military in the city, homelessness, unhousing. If you're homeless and unhoused, and guess what, folks? A lot of folks are homeless and unhoused, not to their own fault. You
Joe,
know, that's
have
a
you,
crime. That's a
have you
crime.
Have you seen in Texas that they got a thing going on talking about school in Texas? If the child is unhoused, they get suspended. How is it a child fault if your parents happen to not be able to have a house? Like, no, you can't go to school. So I can't go and get a good nutritious meal and get some electricity and some water for a little bit, get some AC, get some heat for a little while. I gotta get double punished and get suspended.
Mm.
I mean,
Can't make it up. Can't make it up.
we
That's
got to talk
crazy.
about these things, family, because they got the big Trump Putin distraction going on mainstream media. Everybody talking about Trump getting ready to go meet up with Putin. Trump didn't even know that he's not meeting with Putin in Russia. He meeting with Putin in America, in Alaska, on a military base. Now, had Sleepy Joe, as he calls it, did something like that, first thing Trump would have said was, you see how his mental capacity is? He don't even know where he's going. He don't even know where he's going. Well, wait a minute. Did you know where you were going?
Mm. Well, since you brought up Black August, I said, because I've been doing this on my media pages promoting Black owned businesses. So I'm gonna start with this one, Roman Clark Wine. Roman
Come on.
Clark Wine. It is a Black owned business by a Black woman.
Yeah,
It is
we
a
met her.
Black woman
Met her at Essence. Did a great job.
that owns it. And when I tell you, it literally takes like a glass, whew, and and that's all you need is a glass. And she said this is luxury in a bottle, and y'all, it is. It is. It's just the right amount of like sweet and citrus, and it's not too much. But Roman Clark wine, it is named after her son. So I wanted to promote, and tomorrow I will have another Black owned business that I will
You know,
promote.
you know what, sister?
Drop the link. Drop
You
the
know
link
what,
for
sister?
me.
I had this yesterday, but it
Here.
didn't come up yesterday. I had it yesterday, right? It didn't come up yesterday. This is a Black-owned company called 13 Books. This is a deck of cards, right? Deck of cards, 13 Books, Black-owned company, and they're celebrating these Black writers. You got James Baldwin, Lorraine Hansberry, Langston Hughes. This whole deck is just beautiful, man. So if you're a card player, you love throwing on your spades and all that, go and get you some of these 13 book cards by a Black-owned company. Real nice deck, man. Real nice deck.
Well, since you're doing that, let me go on and do my
What you
friends.
got, Joe? What you got there, Joe?
The urban intellects, man.
Yes,
Listen,
yes,
these are my
yes.
people.
I remember
These are
that.
my-
Yeah, I
Hey,
remember that.
these are my people. Look,
I remember that.
they have the Black History trivia cards,
I need that.
which
I
is
need
off
that,
the
Joe.
chain. And they also, for you spade, bid whiz, and card players, they have the playing cards, the Black History
Hey, Joe,
playing cards.
are
So
you
look,
a card man, Joe? Are you a card man?
oh yeah, I play them things, man. I play
Yeah,
them.
yeah, he play a
I
little
figured you would be.
goldfish.
I play
Little
them things.
goldfish?
I
He
I
play a
try
little
to
goldfish.
I try to play with I tried to play, I ain't like Bowtie playing gin rummy and I declare war. I play
Hey,
them
Joe,
things. I play them
would you
things.
go and play Uno in Vegas, Joe? Would you play Uno in Vegas at the casino? Would you go and make them draw four at the casino, Joe?
I got to see what the rules are. See, Uno is almost like spades. You got to understand what the rules are. See,
If I play 21, if I play 21, somebody else hood.
See, certain folks play certain rules. See, some folk play spades like big joker, little joker, then the deuce and the ace. See, and some people don't play that. Some people play big joker, little joker, ace. Some people don't even play with the big joker. So hold on. I got to know what the rules are. And that's that way with Uno. See, Uno, some people say, no, you can't drop four on top of my drop four. You got to, So I got to know what the rules are.
You got to draw 47.
anything.
You got to
And
draw 47.
Right. Hold up. You better tell him, man. Hold it. My old childhood friend up in here, James Vincent, the good pastor himself. And
How's
Pastor
everything, James?
Pastor Vincent will tell you, we grew up with some real dastardly old school card players.
Nah, I have a question. I have a question, gentlemen.
Come on, talk to me.
Well, everybody promoted Black business. I want to promote myself, but
yeah,
Nation of Islam. Buy this book for your husband and your son. I don't care if they're 6 years old. This is one of the greatest book a young man can read. I promise you it is. And it has nothing to do with religion, whether you know it about. whether you know it or not. Buy this book for them. But yeah, I had to support the black
Can
business. But I have a
I can
question
get
though,
that
since
off
we
of Amazon?
you can get it off
Yes.
eBay, Amazon, but I prefer you to go buy it from the Nation of Islam because they get
Okay,
Go put
that,
their
that's
website.
that's
Put
that,
their
there's a
website. Put the
yeah, they
website.
book
also
website in the
also on
link.
their website.
Because
The
Yeah.
the
I can give you
finalcall.com. The final call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
finalcall.com. Yeah.
Final call.
final call.
Finalcall.com. So I have a
Finalcall.com.
question since we was going on cards, since we talking about cards. Which joker is the big joker? Is it the one that say guarantee or is the one big based off your image?
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's why it's the big joker. It's guaranteed.
Gotcha.
Come
It's
on,
I
man.
guarantee. I
I get
guarantee.
hold it. I get
Remember that?
I
And the,
hey,
the book is $5, y'all. It's $5. The book is $5.
talk to me,
Come on,
man. Talk
man.
to
Come on
me.
Come on,
now.
man.
As Jay-Z said in the
$5.
song, Still Nigga, I'm trying to give you a whole bunch of game for $9.99. It's gonna cost you about $10 with $5 shipping, but it's a whole bunch of game.
Then he has a book called How to Eat to Live.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't live to eat, we eat to live.
Yeah. And I'm not part of the Nation of
Okay.
Islam. I'm not part of the Nation of Islam at all. But let me tell you this too. Free game for those who foodies. Them bean pies be hitting though. Oh my God. It don't taste nothing like a bean. It tastes to me it's like a sweet potato pie, but sometimes it be a little bit better, depends on who make it. But they be hitting. Yes, Lord.
Family, it's 22 minutes past the hour. We're broadcasting live on Facebook. To all my bookers out there, good morning. To all my people on Instagram, my grandmas, good morning. To all my folks on YouTube, good morning to you. I see y'all up in here this morning. And to those who aren't clicked in, but just lurking, good morning to you too. I know some of you can't lurk like you want to because you get ready for school, you're at your job. But thank you for everybody who's logged in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this with a friend. 22 minutes, 23 minutes past the hour. And yeah, school is back, y'all. At least it is in Louisiana. And I know it is in some
It
other
is
places.
in Florida too.
All right, it's in Florida too. So once again, remember this, family, as you get out and about, especially your folks who drive distracted, because more accidents happen, more deaths occur by distracted drivers. In the state of Louisiana, you can't be on this thing, not in the school zone to be exact. You can't be on this thing at all now. You can't even have it up to your head talking. Everything is hands-free. If not, you might get that ticket, and that ticket might say, come here. They ain't cheap. They ain't cheap. Just saying.
This is the time, since school started back, this is the time for everyone who wants to figure out how they can impact their community. This is the time that you can impact your community. If you driving and you see little kids fighting, pull over, stop, and pull over to fight. If
Do
you see a
not
little
film it.
girl or a little boy
Do
skipping
not
school,
film it. Do not film it.
yeah,
Because
do
y'all
not
quick
film it. Yeah, stop it, break it up. If you see a little girl skipping school or a little boy skipping school, stop, encourage them to go to school. If you still see a little girl dressed inappropriately, tell the baby put on some clothes, take off your shirt, take a shopping, and send her right back to school. This is the time that you can actually impact your community and
So,
show
Brother
what good
Bowtie,
qualities that you have.
great question right there. Great rebuttal I got for you, Brother Bowtie. When it comes to community accountability, right? Community accountability. What do you say to the person that say, man, if I tell a young brother pull your pants up, they're gonna want to shoot me. They're gonna want to fight me.
Hey,
If I tell her, hey, young lady, put your clothes on, their parents gonna want to hop on me. I gotta keep a blind eye to it to save myself. What's your rebuttal to that, Brother Bowtie?
So, as I said, say it. And based off their reaction, it's just like, I don't mean no disrespect to lovely Alethea, but they're just like a woman. Oftentimes when we speak to women as young men, we know our initial contact, we always be a gentleman. Hey, how you doing, young lady? How's everything going? Now, based on their reaction, they're going to determine whether or not we're going to continue to be a gentleman or we're going to walk away or we're going to match their energy.
But
So that's how we're going to
you
do
and
it.
me,
hold on.
Brother
You
Hold
not
Bowtie.
on,
lying.
Sean.
You not lying.
Sean, he getting the black card for that one because truth be told, some of you Negroes and some of you niggas are bugaboos. Y'all don't know how to read the room or read a person telling you, leave me alone. Boy, y'all stay on folk like white on rice. I got Brother
You
Bow
you
Tie,
you
That was good.
you're not
you
lying.
get the black by popular
So, but the
demand.
both sides, you and me, A Lil Red, A Shorty, and you in the black,
No,
A
nope,
Slim, A
nope.
Slim Thick.
I'm not even talking to you because I'm not even wasting my time to turn around because who are you talking to? But that also comes as women, and y'all can say what y'all want, but there is a level of respect that women have to also have, and if you have a level of respect for yourself, you're not gonna let nobody be like, hey, Red, that's not my name. What? Hey, Slim, that's not my name. It, excuse me, miss. Okay, I'll take that. But don't call me no little urban slang or all kind of other shit because what you mean? That no. So I'm gonna automatically assume that you're a hood nigga that just
Ooh,
wanna come and take my coins
mm,
or lay on my couch and
mm.
want to bother you.
Hey, Alethea, what do you say
Go-
whenever a guy trying to be respectful, but the ladies are so used to that hood mentality? You say, hey, what's
Yes.
going on? What's going on, Queen? Or what's going on? You know, something higher ranking,
Goddess, what
and
up,
they they, they,
Empress?
they they take offense
Yeah.
to that. Like, what you mean?
And a lady
What
say
you mean?
Because
you talking to me like you a lame. You talking to me like you a
but
lame. That's how they come. You
but
talking to me like you
that
a
goes back
lame.
to you don't have a level of respect for who you are that you can't even realize when someone is calling you who you're actually supposed to be. Somebody is saying, Queen,
You are less
that's
than.
who you are supposed to be.
But
They're
Alethea,
calling you goddess. That's who you're supposed to be.
but they'll get mad if I
But
Alethea.
say Queen. They want to be bad bees and the boss
yeah,
bee and
Hmm.
the queen bee and that's cool. That fly.
They want to be a fairy.
And she was a fairy. Yeah, all that. Come on now, Joe.
Not
Well,
but
Alethea. Alethea, I have
mm,
one request. I
sure.
hear what you say, and I accept everything that you say, and I find it to be very true, and I support it. But whenever I meet you in person, I need you to say
Uh-huh.
one thing to me. I just need you to say, "Hey, baby." That's it. That's it.
and he truly mean what he just
Everybody,
said.
Well,
everybody,
but
every
the both
time
sides,
I
I had the
open my
pleasure of meeting
mouth.
that Essence, and I felt
Hmm.
like a young prince. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Oh,
A young Simba.
Hey,
I know. I was so I was like, oh God.
hey. So we talking about some stuff right now, and it is 28 minutes past the hour. And listen, family, y'all really need to pay attention. Um, Sadly, and like I said, we could self-course correct a lot of stuff in our culture in black and brown communities if we would just do the right thing, not talking about a black or white thing. I watched Spike Lee do the right thing last night, and I was like, you know, that's a good point right there. That's some very good points back then that still resonate today. Family, we got to pay attention. First of all, the bag don't make you a boss. Let me say that one more again. The bag don't make you a boss. You can have a big bag and be one of the biggest a-holes on this planet. The bag don't make it that you getting into heaven. So all you folks that talking that prosperity, the bag don't mean you a good person or you gonna get into heaven. To be exact, if the bag was all that in the church as they try to claim it is, riddle me this, riddle me that. Why is the 10 most wealthiest folks on this planet atheists? They don't even believe in their God. Allah, Jesus, Buddha, nobody.
They are
They won't.
atheists and college dropouts.
Bingo. The top 10 most wealthiest, since y'all keep saying, oh, the blessings in the bag. Okay, if the bag is the blessing and the blessor is God, why did God bless? Because guess what? Everything comes from God, be it you recognize it or not. Why did God bless the 10 most wealthiest people on this planet?
Well,
That's
I'm
all
gonna
I got to
say
say. That's all I got
something
is
that is probably
that.
gonna
I'm
piss a
telling you.
lot of people off. But y'all know I don't care what comes out of my mouth. Okay. Um,
Come on.
most of the
Come on.
time when you go to church and they say that the blessing is in the bag is because they want the money that's in the bag.
Oh,
So that's why they will promote going to get that bag, because they will feel like, since I told you that God told me to tell you to go get that bag, then you come back and bring that bag right back into the church so I could drive me a Cadillac Escalade when I but that's just me talking.
Hey Joe, I got a quick question for you, Joe. Last week, I asked Brother Fatima a question about the end of the world concept, right? I want to ask you, those 10 guys that's wealthy, are they really blessed by God? Or was that something else? Was it really
You
a
know,
blessing? It's a trick
you
question.
know, I believe this. I believe what the unfortunately, Sean, just like you say, reading is fundamental. A lot of folks ain't read this book. They only listen to representatives, self-proclaimed representatives who tell you what's in this book. What you come to find out when you don't read the book for yourself is sometimes the representative didn't tell you everything that's in this book. That's why in the book it says, study, show yourself approved. In other words, read the book in this book, it tells you need to read the book for yourself to then verify what you're being told when somebody tells you something out this book. I'm just saying,
But
and a lot of
people,
folks are too lazy to read it for themselves. So what they do is they let folks tell them their version or their interpretation of what's in this book. And sometimes those folks just are straight pulpit pimps. I call them what
but
they are.
some
Some
somewhere
of them,
along
not all of them,
the
some of them.
somewhere along the line, we have skewed the definition of what rich is. That we have misconstrued, because to other cultures, rich is if you have your family, if you are in good health, if you that's rich. I am rich right now because I have a roof over my head. My bills are paid. My kids are good. I'm rich right now, but somewhere along the line, rich was equated to money. And that's where we just got lost.
Hold it.
I always say,
Hold it. Wait a minute before, because I got to bring Elijah in, and I know
yeah, do your
Alethea, you
thing.
got to
Do your
be
thing.
going. Let me bring Elijah in, but let me say this. Another thing, Rich has always been here since the beginning, because in this book, there's a rich ruler. Guy had plenty of bank.
A bunch
He
of them.
was balling. Guess what? But when he ran into the man, to that black man named Yahshua, and when he ran into that man, he asked him, man, how I get what you got? And guess what he told him? Drop everything and follow me. See, watch this. There are some things that money can't buy that even folk who got money wish they could have it. With that
That's
being
why
said,
I was gonna say some people are so poor, all they have is money.
that's it. And with that being
You're
said,
so poor, all you have is money. And
Elijah!
now we got the most honorable.
What's going on? What's going
Wait,
on?
Elijah,
talk to me, Elijah. Talk to me.
last week,
Tell him.
you would have been proud of me, okay?
I
Because
heard.
She got the card.
last week, in your absence, I did sports, okay? Because you have been such an inspiration to me. And so I did sports for you.
Oh, you know, Alethea, I appreciate that. And you've been an inspiration to me because 1 minute you in Florida and Cleveland. I'm trying to do something like that too. I want 17 days of PTO straight with more at the end of the
year. Yeah, she on tour.
On tour. Everywhere.
Hold it. Hey, I was getting ready. Y'all didn't know this. I was going to surprise Alethea. and because I'm always doing videos and other stuff for other people. I was actually gonna put that Tribe Called Quest. We on the world tour, and I was just gonna put it all over the place. We on the world tour.
Wait until October when I go to both sides of Canada. I gotta go to both sides.
You going to Vancouver?
I am going to Kingston, which is by Ontario, and then I go way across to the other side. I go to Edmonton.
Oh. Make sure you have some jackets. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it cold. It cold. Depending on when you go, it's gonna be cold.
Oh, it's gonna be cold that time, Joe.
Oh, okay. That part. Brother Elijah, what we got going in sports, man?
Man, so it's funny I talked about it with the money part of it. But before I even get into it, I was listening to y'all with the church thing. Yeah, I remember one time when I was a kid, I had to walk around the thing twice. They had make us give money twice. Like you had to walk around one time, sit down, and come back up. But the second one was for like a trip.
Not laps. Not doing laps.
Yeah. I remember that when I was a kid. I ain't gonna say where I was at, but I was looking like, I ain't never heard this before. But it's funny you say that because there's a.
You're supposed to call out to God and say, God, you left the tires on loop.
Yo, I was a child. Hey, Brother Bota, I didn't want to get in trouble. I was just
you owed it. You had to go ahead and put your little candy money twice into the plate, and you were mad as hell. Because I used to be mad as hell. I used to
got PayPal. Now they got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo.
but Joe, to be real with you, I went up there. I put my little cash in there the first time. When they told us to come in the second time, I was like, I ain't got nothing else to give. I thought it was only just a one-time fee. But
hold it, Elijah. We're gonna come back to that after sports. But just before church folks, and look, I don't need none of my church folks because I got a ordained real pastor, Pastor James Vincent. My childhood friend is in the chat, and guess what? He a real pastor. He probably laughing right now because listen, a lot of us have been. I ain't even gonna go there. Give us sports, Elijah.
Give us sports.
So going back to it, Denzel Washington was basically on the show the other day. And,
I seen it.
He said all money ain't good money. And
Jerry
Jones needed, the last time he been to the show, he haven't been to the show in a while. He was saying the stuff about his Cowboys. I'm pretty sure most Cowboys fans feel like that. But for Denzel Washington,
I feel like that every year.
For Denzel Washington to go out there and say that, I just want to know, what do you think? I heard some people say they're just waiting for him to just turn over the team, which never happens. I heard other people saying other things. I'm not going to say it on this podcast about that man, but what do y'all think that should happen for the Dallas Cowboys if he want to be successful? If the Cowboys want to be successful?
I meant
Say it again. Hold it. Say it again, Alicia. What they need to do?
Win.
Oh. Hey.
There it is. Bring it down, Joe.
Fatim, who is a big Cowboy fan. But listen, I send Fatim the link every morning because he is an esteemed alumnus of this show. Fatim, boy, if you listening right now, you might want to stop whatever you doing. Jump on for a minute and defend your Cowboys because Alethea just hit y'all dead upside the head.
One more time, Alethea. What they need to do?
Say it. What?
Bobby Lane win.
That was the best sports clip of the day. I want to submit that to ESPN. This need to be a highlight. There was a podcast, and somebody finally gave the Cowboys the formula to make it to the Super Bowl. All they got to do is hit it, Alethea.
Win.
I think Stephen A. Smith would love that. Stephen A. Smith would love that one.
Yeah. But I think personally they're not in good hands because of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the root of it all. Honestly, he never. I don't think the 90s was the 90s. He had a good head coach, but I think he ran off those coaches. I think Jimmy Johnson, he ran off those guys. He ran off all of those guys, and Tom Landry. The thing is, We got to start calling a spade a spade. Some of these owners are really bad. Like they're really, really bad. And it's not just Jerry, but Jerry's at the helm of it because it's the Cowboys and everybody paid attention to it. But Jerry is not a guy that, you know, somebody wants to play for. And it's the guys on the truth. People could say like, oh, he's a billionaire and the Cowboys won this and he got a franchise like that. There's a lot of people like that. Mark Cuban did it too. But you never heard Mark Cuban say do anything bad. Anything bad, he treated organizations, that's not even his own. He treated them well when they came and visit those stations. So again, I just think that, you know, Jerry's at the helm of everything that's bad for the Cowboys. And I really don't like the antics that he did. It was one year where he told everybody to stand up for the pledge, which, you know, is the right way to go. But he didn't give the option for them to kneel if they wanted to. If you ever paid attention to it, they showed the whole sideline. You did not see Dak on the sideline at all.
Yeah.
Because people were trying to stand he would take.
I think he has to kick the bucket, and not only because I dislike the Dallas Cowboys. I love football. I not because only I dislike the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm a football fan. I want to support them, but as a black man, which is NFL is pretty much 95% black athletes. I hate to watch my brothers be treated less than. And I got a feeling one day before Jerry Jones actually kicked the bucket, he gonna write a memoir book saying how to treat rich Negroes. Because he makes them feel way less than. And it's so funny that you say that, Elijah. I was laughing at a Mimi last night, and the Mimi said, "Thank you, Colin Kaepernick." And the picture was, it said at the top of the Mimi, it said, "Please stand for the national anthem." Then it showed a whole bunch of black people just like with their hands crossed, eating hot dogs and sausages, and it said, "Thank you, Colin Kaepernick. We still got your back." But anyway, nonetheless, but I think that movement was very important at that time and moment. We always gonna be Americans. We could have went back and been American when we addressed the issue, but the only issue with America that they have a whole bunch of pieces in place that's saying, "Hey, keep these niggas control over here. Hey, keep these Spanish control over here," and stuff like that. And pretty much they told our brother Colin Kaepernick and many other NFL athletes, shut the fuck up and play football.
Well, you know, that's why I'm curious. I'm curious. Hold it. Let's give him the card. Let's give him the card. After that, when you get the card, sir. The point is, in my opinion, is once again, is this a plantation by another means? Because somewhere, I'm just saying, is the NFL and the NBA and these professionals, are they plantations by other means? Because on the plantation,
are you not entertained?
On the plantation, you had the auction block, you know, where you would display black and brown folks to be sold to the plantation, where they got a thing in the NFL called the Columbine. So is this not a plantation by other means? And we've got to pay attention, because don't get me wrong, you say all money ain't good money.
Speak, Elijah.
I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that, Joe.
Come on then. Come on.
No, I'm gonna come back to that. You know, you was preaching. I'm gonna come back to that. I will let you know. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay, so since all money ain't good money, let's talk about this, because these now with NIL, not only are black and brown men and women and student athletes becoming millionaires before they even graduate college. Some high school. In some states, they got NIL, high school NIL, because they got it in their legislature. Once again, watch this. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. Because this is the crazy thing. When black folks were trying to get to be sports agents, sports bookies, all this, they started talking about, oh, you can't do this. You got to get this license. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do that. But when all of a sudden they figure out a way to make money off of it, it's just like dealing dope. You deal dope, you get 3 strikes and you in with 25 and an L. I deal dope, I become an instant millionaire in places like Colorado, in states like Oregon, in states like Washington, and other states that, guess what? The smoking of the weed is legal. Not only that, I can make a cryptochronic and get some some guy who's a herbalist or a guy who has a botanist degree, and we can make some weed that make you do anything from sleep to stop eating to all of a sudden, you know, your skin looks better. And guess what? We not going to jail. We going straight to the bank.
Joe, could you imagine if they had NIL when they had Tim Tebow in college? How much money Tim Tebow would have had, bro?
No, sir. Would you imagine?
Before he graduated, got a statue. Before he graduated.
Sir, I'm going to take you back even further. Forget Tim Tebow. No offense to my brother Bowtie and them great Florida Gators and the Gator Chomp, because I respect that. But let me put it back in our yard. Let me give myself a black card, and let's talk about the days when we weren't integrated. Let's go back to the HBCUs. Let's say we had some NIL going on back then. Can you imagine a Doug Williams? Or better yet, could you imagine an Eddie Robinson? If Coach Eddie Robinson had an NIL, could you imagine Steve Air McNair if he had an NIL at Alcorn before all this happened?
We would have old money right now. We would have generational money right now. We would have that old money.
Speaking of that, Joe, actually, last week I was listening to a podcast and they were saying how most actually HBCUs are not getting NIL deals or NIL money. And I found that quite interesting. So I wonder, are we limiting ourselves, or is it schools that need to change?
It is the NIL. Come on. Elijah, no, Elijah worked here in Louisiana. He's in Tennessee now. And hold on, if I'm correct, I think who's got the most HBCUs per state? I got to look that up. But I know Tennessee got some HBCUs now.
Yeah, but I believe I know Florida and Louisiana both have 4.
Okay, and I think Tennessee has more than that because I can name them. You got
what about Texas?
Hold on. You got Fisk. Oh, I gotta look that up. You got Fisk, TSU. You got Lane College. You got Lamont Owen. Those are 4 right there that I can name off the top. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got to look into that. But at the end of the day, yeah, Elijah, continue with sports, sir. I'm sorry, I got off my soapbox.
I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to your combine statement. I'm gonna say this. It wasn't like, you know, as a kid I was upset, but as I got older, I didn't. I realized. But it was a history class. It was my first year, my freshman year in high school, and he asked everybody, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "I want to be a football player." And the teacher got up. It was like, you know, not a lot of people can make it to the league, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but I just want to give that a try. And he told me word for word. He was like, but, you know, I would say go into another avenue too, because when you do the combine, that's like slavery. And I ain't take that too well. And I told him his mom was a slave. But.
You all right. You act like me.
Yeah.
Hey, Elijah did like what these little kids did. And I've been using it I've used it ever since I heard the little kids say, "Don't play with me, play with your edges."
Yeah. And he kicked me out. But it was a white guy. But he told me that. He was like telling me, but then, you know, pulled me out the class and told me like, not like that. Basically, he was saying that, you know, you should look at it like they have owners and stuff like that. Like you want to do something with your own life besides, you know, being with other people and trying to test out how you can run it. I mean, how you can jump and fast you can run. So yeah. But outside of that, speaking of money, Oklahoma's quarterback got caught betting. Now, college betting is still illegal, especially if you're betting on these games, because you don't know if you're trying to throw games, meaning like you're trying to lose them on purpose or whatever. But he says that, you know, the allegations aren't true. It was just Venmo stuff to you know, I guess to friends or whatever, you know, just to give them some money after the games. But I don't care about the allegations. Do y'all think it's wrong for athletes to bet on games? You've been in these things all week. You've been practicing. You know what game plan is coming in. Is it wrong for you to bet on yourselves or on the game plan?
I would say betting on your own game, your own team. Yes.
Why is that?
I left the school out, Meharry. I forgot we have an all black medical school in Tennessee called Meharry. But yes, no, you shouldn't. And Alethea had to go and take care of her business. It's it's the four horsemen. And let me say the following. Yes, it is wrong. It is wrong for you to be in listen, anytime you're betting, that means you can throw a game. That means in order to win your bet, guess what? Let's say you could bet on yourself. Oh, I'm only going to throw 3 touchdowns. You could have had a fourth touchdown that could have been the game winning touchdown you could have threw. But guess what? You know that, hey, I just betted on myself to only throw 3. I done threw 3, and I'm about to cash in on this phenomenal, because the odds when you bet on stuff like a certain number of touchdowns, and you hit that number exactly, those odds are astronomical. They're like, the
Yeah.
chances of that happen are
Slim to none.
right. So no, as an athlete, you shouldn't be betting at all.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be betting at
my
all.
only issue is the athletes who's getting caught. They're not using they 7 or 10% of their brain that they say we use anyway. I meant, like, if you're an athlete and you know people already got caught, why not have your homeboy, your wife, or your friend go place bets
Well, how
for
about
you?
how about just
Why
bet
you
on
just
other sports? If you're a basketball guy, bet on football, bet on other
yeah
things, boxing, whatever. Just don't bet on your individual
yeah
team or
I
yourself.
I just think, me personally, Elijah, no, as an athlete, you hold it. Wait a minute. So hold on. Most professional athletes are wealthy anyway. They might not be uber wealthy. They may not be super wealthy, but Elijah, ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Riddle me this, riddle me that. How many people can you count on your hand right now that make $1 million a year? That you personally know, that you can call them up. You got their phone number in your phone, and you can call them right now and say, "Hey, dog, what's happening?" Or hey, friend, ma'am, what's happening? Count them. How many can you count on your hand that are people that make $1 million a year that you know personally? Okay.
No, I agree with you. I don't think that I don't think that should be betting and stuff like that. But let me play devil's advocate though. Let me play devil's advocate here. You a rookie in the league. You ain't making that much. But the game plan been coming to you all week. Joe, brother Bowtie, you about to get the ball all week. And the odds are stacked against you to say you're gonna get less than 6 catches. And you know the ball was coming all week to you. You be like, yo, I know I'm gonna get 6. I know I'm gonna get 6.
That's
I
not
know I'm
betting,
gonna get 6.
brother. That's the mafia coming to you, telling you how you gonna play the
You
game,
know,
and if you don't hold it, that's the mafia. That's an old game. Everybody talking about betting and what's going on. That's an old game. That's Guido coming to you talking about, hey, Polish, we've been watching it and Polish, and he likes the way you play the game, and see, Polly planning on betting against them Gators, and since he betting against them Gators, the Gators got a receiver. You need to back up off that boy. That's the look. Because me and Guido don't want to come see you on the day after. When all of a sudden you wind up with that mysterious hamstring injury.
Mhm.
now the wild part about betting in sports when you're playing sports yourself. Let's say me and Brother Bowtie, right? We're on different teams, but we homies though. No matter what ESPN is saying, Brother Bowtie telling me as a homeboy that, man, my hamstring don't feel right, man, my back or whatever. It's not in the scouting report, but I know on a personal, man, he ain't doing good. I can go and bet on that because I got the homeboy, that inside information, man. That make that tricky too.
Mm. All I'm gonna say is ready. Somebody getting not what they said on Harlem Nights.
Yeah, right. Come on,
He said,
come on,
I
come
watched
on.
that nigga beat 30 people up.
Come on.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like, but I just need our athletes, seriously. I just need our athletes to use their mind and, like, get yourself out of trouble, man. You got a wife, you got kids, you got family, you got homeboys, auntie, mama. All these people can go place bets for you. Now, to go back to something, Elijah, about this Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones situation. The only sad thing about that situation, Elijah, us, we have lost our mental integrity and our standards and morals so much
Mm.
that we can't even afford. Well, I could, because I have my integrity and my morals and standards intact, and I believe my sons as well. But the average young man will say, I don't care, that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm going
Right.
to the NFL. Hey, he can. You see it now sometimes. Some of these rappers saying it's all right for a white person to say nigga if they paying $60,000 or $70,000 for me to perform at their house. Nah, it's nothing. Not a dollar is worth me losing my integrity. So I said that to say this: it would be very beneficial if all black athletes boycott the Dallas Cowboys after Jerry Jones' statement that he made.
Well, you
Hey,
know
is
what?
Carson?
What,
What
what,
is
And for the
Carson? Is
next
Carson?
for the next
Oh,
two
is
years
Carson
until we
still
get
playing? Is
protests for the next 2 years until we get changes in the
what,
ownership and the way
that
they
ain't
run
going
this
what,
that
organization.
what,
Nah,
what's
we
crazy
don't
that
want
about
to
it?
get
that ain't gonna
drafted.
happen. That ain't gonna happen.
As I said, Joe, I know it
Right.
ain't gonna happen, and it's not gonna happen because these brothers lacking integrity, morals, and standards. They care about a check. They care about money.
Well, I would
The
say,
money don't make you happy.
I would say,
One time I watched Louis Farrakhan make this speech. Um, I can't remember where he made the speech at. I think it was the National Black Caucus. He said, "What does it benefit a rich black man to make it up here? Just look down at his people down here and say, I made it."
Hey, but hey, black card on that one, and brother Bowtie, you need to say that to everybody because unfortunately, within black and brown culture right now, a lot of black folks want to make it up there, be the only chip in the cookie, be the only black in the room, be the only black that speaks for all the blacks. Unfortunately, that's the reason why we ain't getting nowhere right now because we got that HNIC syndrome that I got to be the only one. If I ain't at the head
I would,
table, I don't need you at the head table and don't want nobody else at the head table.
I would say,
Go ahead, brother.
unfortunately, like politics, right? We all look at that particular man in the White House right now. It's not just him, though. He's just the most loud and boisterous
Mm-hmm.
face that we see. But in sports, it's not just the Dallas Cowboys. He the most like known face. All those NBA owners and other kind of owners, they feel the same way. They
Mm-hmm.
just
That
want not to
part,
say certain things, not to do certain things blatantly, but they all feel the same way.
right.
They
They
say,
just ain't vocal with
I
theirs.
mean,
They just ain't vocal with theirs.
look at the Knicks owner. The man just owned the team. That's it. Like literally, he don't make no basketball decisions. He hired people to make basketball decisions. He is on tour with a rock band. Dude, who knows that the owner does rock? That's what I'm saying. He don't even put like this. The Knicks was doing well when he was in Vegas helping build that Sphere. Soon as he come back to do a basketball thing, he fired Tom Thibodeau. What we was doing good without you. That's what I'm saying. It's owners. Some of these owners are just here for the check. They're not here for nothing else but that check. And that's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. Yes, the money's there for you, but you gotta realize too, man. Like if you're owner of the team, you have to be a part of the team and making the best decisions, not just decisions to make it seem like you're a slave master, and not just because you just it sounds nice. Like that's what I hate about that.
but this is where like out of all these sports been around for a long time, right? A lot of these former players should be the guys in the front office, the guys that actually care about and know about this game. We need
Man,
more of them.
brother
in these
Sean,
places, man.
brother Sean, I got a rebuttal. Unfortunately, it goes back to the statement that I just said. These brothers became so selfish. They sacrificed their integrity and more than they stand. They became selfish. Man, I'm born and raised in Dade County. I'm like a Miami native. Like I know for sure we have me personally. Joe, you just asked a question. How many people you know you could call who millionaires? I have about at least 17 people in my phone I could call.
That's not what I said, brother Bowtie. Hold
Oh,
on,
what
because
you
I don't
said?
want nobody to check you. Hold on. I said
Got you, got you.
how
You
many
asked
people?
Elijah.
Hold on. How many people you know that make $1 million a year, not millionaires? I
Oh,
hold it
got you,
because I know some millionaires, but I don't know
got
too
you.
many folks that make $1 million per year because that right there. Some of the contracts they get as athletes that can change the trajectory of your. That's generational wealth right there. The contract alone and the guarantee alone can change your family
Change your
for the
life, yeah.
rest of that. Hold it for generations, for 5-6 generations, they can't spend all that money.
All
Yeah.
right.
But here's my point. Brother Sean P. Teddy Bridgewater is considered young. He's younger than me. I used to watch him in high school. I think he graduated like 4 years after me. What Teddy Bridgewater did for the city of Miami we had many athletes before him, and I meant popular Hall of Famer, Pro Bowlers who could have did the same thing that he did for the city. But nobody can compare to what Teddy Bridgewater did for the city. Whether it's him rebuilding the high school stadium that he played for, him building the Optimus Team Park that he played for, whether him rebuilding his school football field, he's always giving back. He's always doing something. He don't care about the money. He care about his integrity, his care, his morals and standards. What when I leave, what are people gonna say about me? You know, they don't need to attach me to the Pro Bowl because they're gonna attach me to my community. They're gonna attach me to my block. They're gonna attach me
So,
to my state. You know, but
what
that's
the
it.
bullseye? You mean about the whole HBCU NIL money? You mean all these HBCU graduates that made all this money? They're not putting money back to the program and sponsoring,
Man,
boosting these kids?
Joe said this a couple of episodes, couple of weeks ago. Man, them HBCUs, these people not paying their endowments, brothers or sisters.
Hey,
So
and
they
listen,
go to Bayou
and
Classic and cut the Bayou Classic,
hold on,
but they
They
ain't
ain't
putting no
paying
money
their
back.
endowment.
Sean P, as an alumnus of an esteemed HBCU and an alumnus of a PWI, I won't do it because I just don't want to embarrass nobody. I can show you the letter I get from my PWI weekly, my weekly email letter from my PWI talking about as an alumnus of this esteemed university, this is what you need to be doing. And I can show you
You mean
how.
your obligation, your
Right,
moral obligation.
right. That I can tell you, I might not always send it, but they show hound me weekly for it. And I can tell you, I hear from my esteemed HBCU, which I love dearly. I hear from them maybe every month, maybe sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes once a year. Once again, I'm going to say what the great Eddie Robinson said when I was his media advisor on the sideline. We are worst enemy.
You know, I'm gonna give you a comparison real fast, right? Real fast.
Joe.
You know, LSU fans, right? Some of the craziest LSU fans I know have never even stepped foot on that campus in their life, Joe. But they're just the most die-hard, tried and true. It would take their last and give to LSU.
Hell
And
yeah.
they've never seen that campus, Joe. They've never seen Baton Rouge.
Bruh. There are people who support some of
Joe out. But yeah, I get it. You know, I call him LS Boo. LS Boo. And I never stepped on the campus at UF. But however though, I spent a lot of money at UF. My sons, when they travel, especially like my sons they're at the age where they like to ride together, they make sure to stop in Gainesville and say, let's buy daddy something for the Gators, because daddy love the Gators or whatnot. But I think it's more of like a connection that you have. But the people who actually went there and labor and foster for it, I think they look at it like, I done did enough work here. Why should I have to give back or something like that? But that's some of their attitude. But I think 60 to 70% in predominantly PWIs, they pay their money. But in HBCUs, I think it's probably like 15 or 18% who actually pay their endowment and stuff like that. You went to Benedict College, right, Elijah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like athletes don't. I mean, I don't even know a major athlete that came out of Benedict College, to be honest with you, but they don't really pour back into the school. I mean, I think that with athletes going to be a head coach at these schools now, like Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick, I think that could help out with money wise and things of that nature, like what Deion did. But I don't know, man. It's like but what Joe said was right on par. Like, we are our own worst enemy, and to be honest, I can say this now. That was half the reason why I left Lafayette.
Mm.
I had one of the worst black bosses I ever had in my life. And like, he was the worst black boss I ever had. The guy I never seen a man hate on a black man so much. Like, it was like, it didn't make sense to me. He was one of the reasons why I left Lafayette. The guy.
Elijah, stop before we even go there. I see that in media more than anywhere else, especially our media. Here's why. They will put, and I hate to say it, because if Eddie Barnett or Douglas Guidry see this or come back, y'all can call me directly. They will put a black conservative a black that is like a Herschel Walker in charge of our black media, which then wants to change our black media into their conservative talk box from a black perspective. And the sad thing about it is, it's literally what I call the Stephen effect, because what you really are is Stephen loving Candyland more than you love your own
You
people.
look like Lawrence Taylor with the president. Lawrence Taylor say, I don't even know why I'm even here. I'm just here to serve. I'm just here to serve, master. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's him. That's the guy. That's the guy I work for at Lafayette. It was worse. I'm not gonna go too deep in detail, but I'm just gonna say it was one day. Joe know this. I love doing sports, but they took me up to Sports Beat because they wanted me to do more news and stuff like this and blah blah blah. Bob Marlin, the UL coach, got fired. And they didn't have no news going on in Lafayette, Opelousas, nothing. And they put us all in one in different areas. They didn't have no news going on. The biggest news was Bob Marlin getting fired. I went into the meeting. I came up with a plan. Well, first and foremost, shout out to my guy Jamarcus. He had some other obligations to take care of. So they asked me, hey, Elijah, can you go to the thing, film it, and get us live stream and do all this stuff for us? I said, yes, sir, no problem. He wasn't in there, but all the other bosses made it clear that they wanted me to go because I knew about sports. So the next day I'm getting up, brushing my teeth, getting ready. I see an email come through my phone. It was Jamarcus reminding everybody that, hey, Elijah's going to go for me because I have other business obligations. They was like, okay. So he wrote. So the guy wrote back. The news director wrote back. We can't send Elijah there. We got to send him somewhere else. We'll send Blake. Blake was off. You're the boss, so you're supposed to know this. Blake was off. He wasn't in. There was another phone talk. He was off. He was like, I'm not even in today. Then it was like, okay, Elijah, you send that, but you got to turn another story. And I was like, yeah. So I wrote to hit Jamarcus. I'm like, yo, I think we could talk about the interim coach. We'll just double team it. We'll talk about the interim. I'll talk about the interim coach. You just talk about the firing. It's a Friday. We get out of there. I go into the meeting, and this man told me that I can't do that. He wanted me to cover a candy giveaway in Opelousas. I said, well, how's that more important than Bob Marlin getting fired and you don't even know who the interim coach? We could just talk about the interim coach. And he was like, we know about him. So now this black side come on. I said, so you know about him? He was like, yes. I said, what you know about him? He said, we know about him. I said, what you know about him? He was like, I know about him. Then he was like, I'm not going to argue with you back and forth in here. So I didn't say nothing. So what I did was, that was the day that I was like, I'm out of here. What I did was, I came in there, I filmed that thing, and instead of me going to that candy thing out, I called out for the rest of the day, PTO. I didn't. After that, me and that man, I have never seen eye to eye with that guy. I mean, it was way more stuff than that, but that one really blew it because, one, you knew that I wanted to do sports. You took it away from me because of this company thing. And then two, you wanted to be like, oh, well, I'm going to send you to a candy giveaway. That's not even important because I'm going to be honest with you. Their morals was not to, hey, we don't promote other stuff. So then why are we promoting that when it's actual news going on right here? It's going on right there.
Hey, at the end of the day, and listen, I say that in Black Radio here. Black Radio here, we got the Sambo and Samet of Black Radio around here, and they running it. Oh, I'm the brand manager. You don't even like black people. You barely like yourself. What y'all doing is straight up pimping your own folk. But guess what? When it all gets revealed in the end, that's on y'all. That's why I'm glad I got my own thing now. I do my own thing. I got my own thing, and guess what? I don't care if my own thing don't have as many listeners, followers, or whatever you have. I go to sleep at night knowing that I did not sell my people out.
Hey, look, man, just root for good people. Like I know racism. I know racism is a real thing, but root for good people.
We got racism. We got black folks that hate black folks. You're right. We need to start. Hold it. Be exact on Turn Up Thursday tomorrow. That might be what we need to talk about instead of always talking about these white folks that are racist.
We need to talk about black folks. We need to talk about
black folks who hate black folks. With that being said, it's 9 minutes after. Man, we done went 9 minutes over. What y'all doing?
I think.
Then look amazing. Who's going to hate yourself?
Right.
I think we need to start calling black people house niggas. Start calling Stevens. We done came up with another word for crackers
Stephen
and white
effect.
people. We call them Karens. Let's start calling them
Right,
Stevens.
right,
Like, chill out, Steven.
But the bow
It's
tie.
the Stephen effect. Right.
Malcolm X said, "Who taught you to hate yourself?"
Mm,
That's the question for tomorrow. Who taught
Yeah,
you to
yeah.
hate yourself?
Turn up Thursday. Turn down for what? With
that's the
that being
conversation.
said,
Elijah,
let's
before we get off, I have
here we
a
go.
very interesting question or statement to say. Did you
Miami.
see that John Gruden had won his NFL court thing? I said this is racism in America, real bad, and it's showing real bad with the NFL. I said, damn, he's suing the NFL for leaking the messages that he was gonna get fired and everything like that, and they kind of leaked who he was cheating on his wife with and stuff like that. But I said, but Brian Flores' lawsuit is still in the same position that it was at. And it's the same thing. Brian Flores sued because the messages were leaked to him and he got a phone call let him know that he was being traded and he was being fired. And they mistakenly thought he was the wrong Brian, so that's why they called him. I said, damn, how I'm saying to myself, how did John Gruden lawsuit for the same thing make it to the courts? And now he has I think he's going to win a lawsuit against the NFL. But Brian Flores,
White
he's
meat don't
still
eat white meat. White meat don't eat white meat. I done told you. Y'all need to wake up. Listen, look at what happened with Shador. Shador get the prank phone call. Had that been Peyton Manning, now hold it. Better yet, let Archie Manning get a prank phone call like that from a black kid who is his dad is the coach somewhere. Watch what's gonna happen. Why somebody gonna lose a job? Hold it. As I said, hold it. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. It's cool when you do it. Hold it. Donald Trump, how many felons does Donald Trump have?
32.
And he the president of the United States. Watch this. If I've got a juvenile record that's supposed to be sealed, hold it. Back. No, let me give you one better, black folk. If you got pulled over and they suspected that you may have been doing something illegal and they arrested you only to find out that you wasn't doing nothing illegal, that you had some air freshener in your car that smelled like weed, because there is weed air freshener. So they smelt weed, they think you got weed, they're going to detain you, they arrest you, they tow your car, to search your car. Guess what? That arrest never comes off your record, even though you were never found guilty of anything. So all of a sudden you apply for a job and guess what shows up? You have an arrest record. Well, wait a minute. I never got convicted. I only got arrested. And in the country that y'all wrote the rules in, you're innocent until proven guilty. So wait a minute. All I got was detained, then arrested because I used, and I told them, hey man, this is some, it's some air freshener that smell like weed. I just like the smell of weed. Oh, you got weed in the car. And that is probable cause. And by the law, they can do what they did, but they never convicted you. You try to get a good paying job. Guess what they say? Oh, what? Got arrested, not convicted. You got your arrest record. We got a man with 32 felonies that's the president, but you as a black and brown man or woman get arrested, not convicted, and now you fighting for dear life at every job you got to explain why you got arrested, not convicted. Wake up, family. Wake up. Wake up. That's all I can say. Wake the hell up.
It's quite interesting, though. I wonder what would be. Oh, that's what I wanted to actually say. Did you see the video that went kind of viral last night about the young man in DC with I think it was a FBI agent and a National Guard walked up on some brothers in DC?
I did see that. I did see it.
Man, them brothers put them police officers in their place. The law enforcement in their place. And they say, no, we ain't gonna do that. And this is the most interesting thing about DC. For those who never been to DC or walked around DC, and I'm not talking about going to DC just to see the White House. I ain't talking about being a tourist. What you don't know, and Cat Williams said this on one of his stand-up. 1 block from the White House is the most aggressive black neighborhood.
That is very true. That is, listen, for somebody who who spent time in the DC area, and Elijah must have had to go. For somebody who spent time in the DC area, because I am a graduate of the PWI I graduated from is the University of Maryland at College Park, which is right outside of DC. He ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. He ain't never told you nothing. So Elijah had to go. Much love to him. He'll be back tomorrow. Let us get up out of here. It's 15 minutes after. Sean P, give it to me first, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We still doing the pre-sale for the bounce back season. All about overcoming obstacles, getting out off the horse. How do you get back on the horse? How do you get back on the train, get back to your objectives and goals? It's all right here in the bounce back season. See me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Jonathan Polador, type it in, and get the link to get your copy on pre-sale for this week only. Let's get it.
Brother Sean P.
Yes, sir.
Can you do me a favor? Can you get my phone number from Brother Joe and call me as soon as possible? I need help, and I believe that you can help and guide me to it.
Yes, sir. You got it. You got it.
That's easy. Brother Bowtie, give it up to me, man.
What it is, what it ain't, and what we're going to do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Hey, this message is very, very important for you guys. Man, clean out your closet. Clean out your social media. Clean out your phone. Get rid of people who's no good for you, who's not beneficial to you. That friend, that ex-girlfriend, that ex-boyfriend, that ex-cousin, that ex-friend. Listen, get rid of them. Move forward in life and be great. Become great. Be great in their face, as my sister Lethea said. You guys have a nice day. You would support me. Follow me at everything Bowtie Untied. Which to support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. You guys have a nice day.
That part, family. You see me? I'm in that I'm in that Columbia blue and gold. Football season, collegiate wise. I know preseason NFL has already started, but collegiate football starts with the SWAC MEAC Challenge in Atlanta, Georgia, on the 23rd of this month, and I'll be in the building as the Southern University Jaguars take on the North Carolina Central Eagles. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Collegiate football is back. I'm getting ready to get up out of here on the behalf of Sister Alethea, Pimpin' Positivity, Brother Sean P and the Sean P Experience, Brother Bowtie. Support him at www.brothersbowties.com. Elijah with sports. Man, who else? We got so many folks that come in here. Sister Jax, who is in Atlanta, Georgia right now, getting her daughter into Spelman, her first year as a freshman at the Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. The Spelman, Spelman, that's Spelman. Same Spelman that a lot of great individuals graduated from. Great Black women in this country. Brother Washington, the brother in Berlin, who couldn't make it on today, but he seems to be popping in. And all the esteemed alumnus that come in here from time to time to give us content. We appreciate you. Be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today that no matter what you do or who you do it to, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he willingly can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. Lord say the same. We'll be back tomorrow for Turn Up Thursday. Turn down for what? Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. Make this day the best day. We up out of here. Peace.